Check your cameras. Trust only the best. Protect your family, home, or business with 24/7 armed response.
Perimeter secure.
Remember, Amera guards it.
Ksee 24 News begins with your forecast first from your local weather authority.
Hello everyone, I'm Esteban Reynoso. Today was a pretty hot day. Right now we've got a look at the daily high temperatures in the heart of the Central Valley. In Fresno, Hanford, Porterville, it was 97 degrees. In Merced and Visalia, just a little bit cooler at 95. Lemoore, the hottest in the heart of the Central Valley at 98. And we've also got your 4-day allergy forecast. Juniper, privet, and grass are going to be your top pollen, with the rest of the week until Monday looking at medium levels. This is brought to you by your BOZ Allergy, Asthma, and Sinus Center. That's a look at your allergy forecast. Ksee 24 News at 11 starts right now.
Local news that matters. This is Ksee 24 News at 11.
Everybody's been training and preparing for this, and that's what everyone is here to do, fight that fire.
As the fire surpasses 1,000 acres. Good evening, I'm Juanita Adame in for Jennifer Ortega, new at 11. Here's an aerial map of the fire. You can see areas where this fire has burned and the direction that the fire is heading in the Yosemite National Park area. The Washburn fire has now burned over 1,300 acres and containment is still at 0%. Since it began nearly 2 days ago, crews are working round the clock to contain the fire. We were told by fire officials that more resources are on the way to help battle the blaze. And several roads leading up to Yosemite, where the fire is burning, have been closed off to drivers in the area. Natalie Vera has that story.
Some of the largest trees on Earth are still in danger as crews continue battling the Washburn fire at Yosemite National Park.
There's a heavy fuel loading that is making the fire increase.
And the triple-digit temperatures forecasted for the next few days are a major concern.
So obviously with the higher temperatures, that is going to increase the fire behavior and intensity of the fire.
The flames broke out on Thursday, prompting evacuations by Friday afternoon.
The community of Wawona itself, the campground, Wawona Campground, the golf course there.
Highway 41 on the south entrance coming from Fresno has a hard closure too.
The rest of the park is still open via Highway 140.
Firefighters say one of the initial challenges was getting resources.
There was one fire in Northern California that had resources kind of held up. That fire is wrapping up, so we are starting to get those resources. And obviously it is in an area where it is getting into wilderness, so it is getting into steep country.
As far as these giants, sequoias are known for surviving fire, but wildfires burn hotter and quicker than ever before because of dry conditions.
The sequoia trees are a fire-adapted tree, so they actually need fire to reproduce. Some fire is good for those trees. High-intensity fire, on the other hand, is not a good thing because it actually does kill the tree.
In just the last 2 years, the U.S. Forest Service blames several wildfires for killing nearly 20% of the giant sequoias in the Sierra Nevada. Reporting in Yosemite National Park, Natalie Vera, Ksee 24 Local News that matters.
And a shooting death in southeast Fresno has left 2 people dead. This happened at around 11:30 last night in the areas of 8th and Iowa Street near a home. When police got there, they found a woman in her 30s on the sidewalk suffering from a gunshot wound. A man in his 20s was also shot. They were both rushed to the hospital, but both died. Officers said a witness saw a white vehicle leaving the area when the shooting happened. It is still unclear if the victims knew each other or if anyone has information. They're asked to call the Fresno Police Department. And in Community Matters, locals gathered in Madera this evening for a night of fun and a good cause. This was at the annual White Hot Summer Night fundraiser, and our very own Ksee 24 morning anchor Caroline Collins emceed the event. It was at the Evanel Vineyard in Madera. Organizers told us that when they started this event about 5 years ago, their initial goal was raising $500,000 for cancer research. Tonight, they surpassed that goal, raising $2 million.
I said, we want to do this group that can maybe raise some money for the hospital. And my passion is cancer. My mom passed away from cancer years ago. I said, I'll do it if we can make our focus for the first 5 years the cancer center. She said, go for it.
And there was live music, a silent auction, and music by the Booty Quake Band. And the attire for the event went with the theme, so guests all wore the color white. And a South Valley casino is looking to hire dozens of new employees. Eagle Mountain Casino will be holding a job fair in Porterville. This will be happening next Thursday. Job openings include cooks, servers, bartenders, card dealers, cashiers, and custodians. Eagle Mountain is asking applicants to upload their resumes and apply online and take their printed copy to the job fair on Thursday. We will have a link to those applications on yourcentralvalley.com.
It was another hot day out there today, but we might see even hotter temperatures starting tomorrow. I'll have your full details coming up in your full forecast. But first, here's a look at your Super Lotto numbers: 2, 17, 19, 23, 39, and 5 being the big number here. Grab your tickets. Good luck, everybody.
This is the place I love. There's nowhere better than the place I'm from. Yeah, this is where my world goes round. I've got my logo on. The Central Valley is where I belong. Ksee 24 is where I go. Turn it on and it feels right. Yeah, it feels like home. I've got my logo on.
If you've been injured in an accident that's not your fault and you don't have an attorney, listen up. We have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions and tell you what your case is potentially worth. Hi, I'm Gina, along with spokesman Rob. So, Rob, tell the folks at home who should call right now.
Just like you said, Gina, anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault, you don't have an attorney, give us a call right now. We're going to answer all of your questions, and we'll let you know what your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Rob. You heard it, folks at home. Pick up the phone. Call now.
There's a good reason why more people choose Innovative Medical Center. Let's hear from Dr. Rowland.
If you've been told that you need a hip replacement or a shoulder replacement or a knee replacement, you definitely owe it to yourself to call Innovative Medical Center first. A lot of people can be helped with regenerative medicine to avoid the unnecessary surgeries. There's no side effects. There's no downtime. Any person who's experiencing any kind of pain is a candidate for regenerative medicine.
You don't have to live in pain. Call Innovative Medical Center, the way healthcare should be.
You know how everyone has a guy? A pool guy, a tax guy, a guy who knows a guy.
Want to run your AC all day? I'm the guy.
The problem with other solar guys is they install your system and poof, they're gone.
See a lot of solar up here, Helen. Not a lot of guys.
With Solar Negotiators, you've got your guy for life. Installation, monitoring, and maintenance, all included in your purchase price. How you doing up there, Josh?
All good, Helen.
Sure, I provide all the energy and you get all the credit.
Hi, folks, we're back, and we're here to remind you if you've been injured in an accident that's not your fault and you don't have an attorney, listen up. We have legal professionals standing by to tell you how much money you can get for your accident and how quickly. Hello, I'm Gina, along with spokesperson Rob. Rob, tell the folks at home who should call right now.
Just like you said, Gina, anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault, you don't have an attorney, give us a call right now, and we'll let you know how much money you can get for your accident.
Thanks, Rob. Call now.
Good evening, everybody, and happy Saturday from your local weather authority. We've got a lot coming up in weather for you today. We've got 4 headlines that we're tracking right now. One is sunny skies this week. It's going to be clear, and there's going to be a lot of sun out there. Then we also want you to get ready for the heat. There's a lot of heat coming in because triple digits are on the way, and they are coming in very, very fast because there is an extreme heat warning that is coming in on Monday. Let's go ahead and take a live look outside right now. This is from our Ksee 24 studios, just a live look, and you could see clear skies. You could see all the way to downtown Fresno here. Not much of the smoke from the Washburn fire really causing any clouds or any sort of smoke or blockage here on the night sky. It's fairly clear. So let's take a look at our almanac. It was 97 degrees today. That's where we topped out in Fresno, and the low was a nice 69. That's a nice time to go outside and enjoy the summer night. The record was in 1905 at 113. Good thing we didn't even come close to that. The low was in 1904, the year just before that, at 55. Sunset was just before 8:30 today. And now here's a look at our wind speed and direction. This is going to be huge for the firefighters that are fighting the Washburn fire now. And you see it's a little bit of a wind that's coming down towards the southeast here. And you can see in Fresno, that's kind of the fastest for tonight at 13 miles per hour, 9 and 10 as you kind of go up towards the mountains, which is good news for the firefighters. Although the smoke, that will push smoke semi this way, which isn't all good for air quality. We'll get to that in just a moment. And here's a look at your temperatures outside right now. 87 degrees in Fresno, 83 and 83 in Lemoore, Visalia, Merced, and Madera at 82. A little bit cooler out there, not much of a big difference. Then here is our 24-hour change. It's going to go down 3 degrees in Fresno and -2 Visalia, -4 in Hanford. So overall, still going to stay pretty much the same here. And here's a look at our live radar. Completely clear out there. Futurecast shows a lot of the same. We're going to keep it very clear outside and also hot, and that's what we've got coming up. So overnight lows here you can see going throughout. It's going to stay in the 60s relative up. Once you get up into the mountains, that's where it kind of gets up to the 50s. You can see 50 in Yosemite up there, which is going to be good for firefighters because you want the coolness. You want it to not be as dry and as hot. And here are your valley temperatures, your afternoon highs for tomorrow. You could see a lot of triple digits coming in. Fresno is going to peak out at 99. Some models were showing 100, so it's going to be up there near the triple digits. And then here we go for air quality, and this is what I was talking about. It's going to be green in Merced, but the fire is going to be right above here. That's going to push smoke this way because of that wind. So the air quality is going to drop a little bit. Here's your solar forecast. Tomorrow, it's going to be 33,000 megawatt hours on Monday, 28,000, and same on Tuesday. And then your forecast tonight, it's going to be 68 in Fresno and Clovis. Clear skies tomorrow, almost 100 there again. 99, that's where we're going to top out. And here's a look at your 5-day, 99. But then Monday, extreme heat at 106, 103, then 102. You might want to look away if you've got to work outside tomorrow and the rest of this week because it is just going to heat up, and we're going to stay that way looking at the 7-day forecast. And here's a look at the mountains. Oh, I apologize there, but it's going to be a hot one the rest of this week, and that's it for your weather.
And coming up next in sports, a couple of Valley guys played their first game in the NBA Summer League in Las Vegas. Andrew Martin joins us with that story. Andrew?
Juanita, Orlando Robinson and Bryson Williams, both ex-Bulldogs, both on the same Summer League team. Both, of course, in Las Vegas, both on the court today. Robinson played quite a bit. We'll take you out there next in Sports Central.
Ksee 24 is your local election headquarters, and each week, Alex Balakian talks with local leaders discussing the issues that matter to our valley and their impact on you and your family. Sunday Morning Matters, every Sunday morning at 8 on Ksee 24. The early bird wins more. Buy your Granville Home of Hope ticket now.
Accelerated Urgent Care is now offering rapid COVID testing. Receive your COVID-19 results on site in just 10 minutes. That's right, COVID-19 results in just 10 minutes. Accelerated Urgent Care, expert care on your time.
Do you know the fastest growing cable news network in America?
I'll give you a hint. It's News Nation. We're new and we're different.
You're looking for news without the noise?
Come back to the news the way it used to be.
News Nation, news for all America.
Owning your own home is a dream come true.
So many Californians never missed a mortgage payment before COVID.
The pandemic hit all of us hard.
We could use a fresh start.
If you've missed mortgage payments during COVID, California Mortgage Relief can help save your home. Direct payments to your lender to cover missed payments. No fees, nothing to pay back. Find out if you qualify today. camortgagerelief.org.
At Long John Silver's, our new coconut popcorn shrimp brings you a taste of the islands. They're covered in crispy sweet coconut flakes and fried to golden perfection. Try our new coconut popcorn shrimp with our $10 sea shares. Order online at longjohnsilvers.com. This year.
I'm here for the challenge. Embracing the ups and downs. And enjoying every twist and turn.
eHarmony gets to know you better to match you better. eHarmony.
here for real love.
I've attended larger community colleges in the past, and I didn't feel like I was the priority. The reason that I love West Hills College, it's a smaller community. It has classes that are readily available, so there's no waiting list. And with smaller classes, it gives us a little bit more time to engage in the classroom.
At West Hills, we partner with you and help you reach your goals. We educate, motivate, and celebrate our students. We are West Hills College Coalinga.
Accelerated Urgent Care is now offering rapid COVID testing. Receive your COVID-19 results on site in just 10 minutes. That's right, COVID-19 results in just 10 minutes. Accelerated Urgent Care, expert care on your time.
Now, Sports Central, presented by Toyota.
Earlier this week, Orlando Robinson signed an Exhibit 10 deal with the Miami Heat. What is that? It's something that does not count against the salary cap, and it can potentially be converted into a two-way contract or a one-year minimum contract. In other words, it's a path to the NBA. Robinson did not get drafted out of Fresno State last month. Neither did Bryson Williams out of Texas Tech, who at one point played at Fresno State. As we know, both were on the same Summer League team, the Miami Heat, and both were in action today as the Heat began its Summer League play in Las Vegas against the Celtics. Robinson was in the starting lineup. He missed his first 2 shots, but he found his rhythm. He scored in double figures, 12 points in 27.5 minutes, also 8 rebounds. Williams, meanwhile, scored 5 points in 9.5 minutes.
I mean, they just gave me the opportunity to go out there and show what I can do and play hard, and that's what I've been trying to do. So through just playing with my teammates and seeing the ball go in and competing and defending, I've grown to build some confidence throughout that. So.
To golf, today was round 2 of the American Century Championship in Lake Tahoe. Retired pitcher Mark Mulder is still at the top of the leaderboard. Derek Carr near the middle of the leaderboard. He's in 29th place out of 87 competitors in the field. Josh Allen is in 49th place. David Carr in 55th place. The final round is tomorrow. Somehow, Derek Carr is both in Lake Tahoe and in Visalia. In fact, there were 500 Derek Carrs in Visalia tonight. The Visalia Rawhide giving away Derek Carr bobbleheads to the first 500 fans at tonight's game against Lake Elsinore. The bobbleheads are presented by Valley Children's Hospital, a partner of the Rawhide for the past 4 years.
We love it. It came out amazing, better than we expected. Like I said, it's the perfect pose of Derek, and it's great because a lot of people say, well, you're the Visalia Rawhide. Well, we're not just Visalia. We're everyone's Rawhide here in the Central Valley, and we want to celebrate every athlete in our area.
As for the game tonight, the Visalia Rawhide wearing special jerseys, another way to honor Valley Children's Hospital. Top of the first, the strikeout to begin the game. That's a good start. Lake Elsinore, however, would score in the inning. Bottom of the first, the Rawhide threatening with a man on, Wilderd Patino. Hits one to the outfield. That puts runners on second and third. For Davison De Los Santos, the Diamondbacks player of the month for June, he hit 400 last month with 4 home runs and 17 RBI. He comes through here with an RBI, a sac fly. That ties the game at 1. Lake Elsinore, though, would score 5 in the second and go on to win 10-7. At Chuck Chansey Park, the Grizzlies going for their 4th straight win, hosting San Jose. They're down 2-0 in the third when E.J. Andrews Jr. gets them on the board. The ex-Bulldog with an RBI double, his 11th double this season. Fresno would eventually tie the game and then tie the game again in the 7th while also taking the lead. A 3-run double by Juan Brito. Grizzlies win 5-4. In the bigs, Jordan Luplow hit a home run today. The 11th home run this season for the Fresno native. It came in the 6th inning of Arizona's win over Colorado. Luplow 2 for 4 in the game with 2 RBI. He also had an RBI single in the 1st inning. In the American League, in Boston, Red Sox hosting the Yankees. Aaron Judge 2 for 5 with an RBI and a run scored. Also a diving catch in the 8th inning. Yankees lose the game, though, in 10 innings, 6-5. By the way, you could hear chants of MVP after Judge made that catch. Dodgers beat the Cubs 4-2. Giants beat the Padres 3-1. And that's your look at sports. We'll be right back.
Ksee 24 News is always available at the new yourcentralvalley.com.
All right, shortest tourist ride drives next.
Worth it.
Buy $3.50 Roost Fries with 100% all-white meat chicken, melty cheese, and good sauce. Order on the Jack app today.
A lot has changed over 60 years, and so has the way Kauai Health cares for our community. But it's our respect for people, the way we treat them with integrity and compassion, that truly makes a difference. Health is our passion, and our vision is to be your world-class healthcare choice for life.
Kauai Health, more than medicine, life.
When moderate to severe ulcerative colitis persists, put it in check with Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
When UC got unpredictable, I got rapid symptom relief with Rinvoq. Check.
When UC held me back, I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
And when UC got the upper hand,
Rinvoq helped visibly repair the colon lining. Check. Rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission, and a chance to visibly repair the colon lining. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC in check and keep it there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie could help you save.
What do you call my fries topped with 100% all-white meat chicken, melty cheese, and good sauce? I call them Roost Fries, but you might call them, hey, get your own. Try my $3.50 Roost Fries. Order on the Jack app today.
New concerns about COVID cases on the rise again in at least 20 states. These concerns are fueled by a highly contagious Omicron subvariant. Miguel Almaguer talks to doctors about the new surge.
Tonight, as Americans gather, travel, and vacation in record pre-pandemic numbers, the U.S. may be quietly and rapidly moving towards a summer COVID surge.
There's no question in my mind that we're missing a vast majority of infections right now.
Omicron subvariant BA.5, the most contagious version of the virus yet, now dominant, making up more than 50% of new cases. And while there is no alarm at hospitals nationwide, many public COVID testing sites have shuttered, while at the same time, results from at-home test kits are going unreported.
The truth is there are probably several 400,000 or 500,000 infections a day happening across the country.
Americans previously infected or protected by a vaccine are catching the virus at a worrisome rate. Even the boosted have gotten sick multiple times.
We are seeing a lot of reinfections within months of prior infections. It's a reminder that an infection does not give you lifelong immunity. It's also a reminder that we're seeing rapid evolution of a virus that's trying to escape that prior infection immunity.
With testing underway for a multi-pronged umbrella vaccine aimed at stopping future mutations, this fall the U.S. is expected to roll out a booster targeting Omicron.
Are you concerned at all that the new vaccines won't be able to protect Americans in the fall?
So I remain optimistic that however the virus evolves, the new vaccines will provide a greater degree of protection, certainly than the vaccines we have right now.
While a new poll says a majority of Americans are back to their pre-pandemic lives, tonight around 60% of the nation has already caught COVID, a number certain to climb. Miguel Almaguer, NBC News.
And after months of a record highs, gas prices have finally started to come down. The national average now 26 cents lower than the record set on June 14th. NBC's Aaron McLaughlin has more on why this is happening and what is expected in the next few weeks.
At the height of the summer driving season, Americans are finally catching a break at the pump.
We just got to adjust to what the new normal is. And the new normal is the gas prices are coming down.
Oil prices have dropped as fears of a recession take hold, while some drivers may be intentionally using less gas than before.
The two key factors contributing to these lower gasoline prices are the price of oil, which has come down in the past couple months, and there's been less demand, and that may be because fewer people are driving right now.
80% of gas stations in the U.S. are now charging less than $5 a gallon.
Has this made a difference so far?
It's made a slight difference, yeah. Every little bit counts.
Prices are lowest across the Southeast and highest out west. In California, where about 12% of Americans live, the average gallon is still above $6.
I haven't noticed. It's still the same for me, it still burns really fast.
And even in the state with the cheapest gas, drivers are still paying $1.38 a gallon more than they did at this time last year.
Because stations are probably sitting on thousands and thousands of gallons of gasoline that they bought at a far higher price. So they're going to want to sell through that. Then they'll get access to some of the lower prices.
While people may be cutting back on their day-to-day driving, AAA says many families are still hitting the road for summer vacation, with a record number of travelers taking to the highways over the 4th of July week.
You'd think with these high gas prices, folks might have chosen another way of traveling, but it also came at a time where people are also looking at the issues with the airlines, with the long lines, delays, and cancellations. They may have figured, you know what, forget about it. I'm just going to go on the car.
In March, 75% of people surveyed told AAA they would definitely change their driving habits or lifestyle when gas hit $5 a gallon. This morning, those changes may finally be making a difference.
Hopefully we'll get out of needing gas someday.
Years of exclusive coverage inside Fresno State. A tradition for Bulldog fans with stories and moments that matter most. The Bulldog Insider, Sunday on KC24. Sponsored by Fashion Furniture.
Choosing can be difficult. Corner Bakery makes it simple with our Choose 2. Mix and match any 2 kitchen-crafted favorites to build your perfectly paired meal. For freshly prepared, artisan-inspired choices, visit one of our Valley locations in Fresno and Visalia today.
Well, I think what's interesting about this dealership is that it's been around for 75 years. Started with another family, the Hallowell family. My dad went to work for them over 60 years ago. He has remained with the dealership. I have people come in and say, I bought from your dad in 1964. And the funny thing is that my dad will remember what they bought. He just kind of has that kind of brain. Come see the Silverado.
Hendrick Chevrolet.
First Steps Recovery Outpatient Program really is just that, the first steps.
Not everyone needs an inpatient program or to go to the hospital.
First Steps meant starting my recovery from home.
First Steps meant not having to choose between my job or recovering.
First Steps Recovery offered online programs that fit my schedule.
I'm so grateful for the First Steps Recovery Outpatient Program.
If you or a loved one needs help recovering from addiction, call First Steps Recovery today and take the first step.
First Steps Recovery saved my life.
The road can be a crazy place. Uh-oh! That's why Les Schwab Tires fixes brakes, steering, and more. And those guys don't. Keep driving. I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first, so I can backseat drive with confidence.
Hit the road safely with Les Schwab and save up to $150 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing.
And finally this evening, check this out. The Fresno Yacht Club had an exciting day on the water. This was a scene at Huntington Lake today for the Western Nationals, where the summer sailboat races took place. San Juan 21s came from all over the western United States to race each other right here in the valley. Organizers say the boats are about 10 years old. So this was
California voters beware. Prop 27 is being promoted by out-of-state gambling corporations. It would authorize a massive expansion of online sports gambling in California, turning every cell phone, laptop, tablet, and even video game console into a gambling device, opening up online gambling to anyone, anywhere, anytime. That could lead to more addiction, financial ruin, and homelessness, while exposing millions of children to online gambling. Vote no on 27, the corporate online gambling proposition.
Some light beers taste half empty. Ours is filled with gold. Introducing Modelo Oro, the light beer worthy of the name Gold. Forged with over 90 years of brewing experience for a smooth, elevated taste. Because light shouldn't be a sacrifice. Modelo Oro, 90 calories, 3 grams of carbs, and a crisp, clean finish. It's the new gold standard of light beer.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive because we only serve those who honorably serve. All ranks, all branches, and their eligible family members. Yep, that is exclusive, and we're fine with that.
Many places full of history mark the Valley. Join me as I take you on a tour of the people and places that made history right here in our backyard. This week, we visit a community that single-handedly elected a U.S. president on the map. Thursdays at 6 on Ksee 24.
Now YourCentralValley.com pros who know.
Buying new flooring? Check your warranty. Some only cover the product and not the labor to replace it. Make sure your warranty covers both for peace of mind on your investment.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who know.